Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now we're going to get our popcorn and then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car and I'll be in there in a minute. I see you soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you. And I think you'll have to listen. Because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day.
We won't stop.
We will not stop. Sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so right. It's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart. Doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now
See this?
I
How you cannot go
Baby,
again?
baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled
who
to
are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you, yeah, boy.
Where does the fault lie on you?
Hey family, how's everybody doing? Okay, you guys, I know we're just coming on here, trying to tie up the loose ends in the YSL case. So I'm just reading it now. Previous criminal history, defended family ties. So that's basically saying, look, he has no reason to run. Defendant has no reason to contact victims or witness. Defendant was in custody for USC 18, in which he was found not guilty on. Okay, all counts but his arrest on said case. Defendant custody. Defendant has been in continuous custody since in May of 9. Okay, so I wanted everybody to know, if you guys didn't know, that Yak and Shannon is still in jail. Yak and Shannon is still in jail. And this is just an update. I should have put on there update. Headed to the Fulton County Jail. It is evidence Sheriff Office cannot keep Mr. Kendrick safe. Also, the conditions reported in the report issued on November the 14th explicitly concluded the following. Yak is still in jail. He had some other outstanding warrants that he didn't have a bond on. And he didn't have a bond because I guess they was trying to keep the families of the victims safety and things of that nature. They're talking about the malnutrition people in the jail and the risk of seriousness of him being... See, everybody thought that Yak was out of jail that day. Well, I'm going to tell you that Yak is still in jail. If you don't know, now you know. Hey, everybody come on in. I see Zena in the building. Sanja's in the building. I've been trying to call you girl, but I just ain't had time. But I got time today. I got time today. I got time today. I will hear your voice today in just a little bit, right after this live. Because I just need to talk to you for maybe about 2-3 minutes. I just need to hear your voice. Danielle, she's in here. How you doing, Danielle? How you doing? So you guys, so there is something going on with Young Thug. And I told you guys this. So Young Thug's attorney, Brian Steele and Adams, is filed a motion to appeal his probation sentence, which I told you, everybody pretty much went back to doing what they were doing, but only person that was really affected by this was Young Thug. How would you, they kicked him out of his own state where he was raised, born, where his kids are at, where his mama is, where his daddy is. Now, I'm going to say this because I know sometimes people ask for stuff that they think they want because that's all they know. Or that's how they was raised. That's what they grew up on. But I thought it was a good idea that he not be in Atlanta. But his father is gung-ho that he wants his son home because he's got another son in prison and he got a grandson in prison. Not prison, but in jail. So he's like, the fight's still going on. And I think the judge, making him move out of Atlanta, that was a little harsh. But I don't think she did it to harm him. I think the reason why she told him, move out of Atlanta and he the one that came up with, I'll move away. I don't know who came up with the idea. But anyway, it's just a dangerous place for them. And you guys got to realize that. Everybody that get out of jail, everybody like, yay, ooh, woo, woo. Hey, Lisa Calhoun, how you doing? I see you in the building. How you doing? And everybody happy. But I hate to be the bearer of bad news. It's not a great thing that everybody get out, because even though that you're not safe in there, you're not safe out here either. There's wolves in the jail and you're confined. But there's a whole bunch of wolves out here that are still mad and frustrated. Because everybody was sitting back, oh, he gonna get it. Because now we do know that we already knew that Young Thug was the big fish. It wasn't that he was the leader, but people looked up to him. And that's all it was. I never believed he was the leader. And he probably could make moves because he had the money. He could if he wanted to. You know what I'm saying? He could. But, just knowing how he spoke in his interviews, the spirit that Young Thug had, he wasn't like a person like, he's about that life, the streets or whatever, because he was raised, that's what he knew. But, it ain't somebody that, you just gonna just come and just take over or something. But you got to realize something. When he got in the industry and he was making money and money came easy to him and he enjoyed himself and he, he started changing and forming into a man. And he's a man now. Now, he understands how other people that's still out there feel. So he didn't treat them no differently, but he was speaking to them, like, man, you can come do this, man, you can do that, you can make this money or whatever, and this. He was trying to give them hope and insight, because you can't do it for nobody. You can lead them to the water, but you can't make them drink. And I just don't know why Yak and we understand why Shannon was still in jail. We knew he had other charges, but we didn't know that Yak still had charges and he was still in jail. Everybody's taking us around, this victory round, like, yeah. These people are still in jail. Fulton County is not letting people go like that. She said they need to move quickly. This man done got stabbed in the head and done won this case, not guilty, and they still got him. They still got him. You guys, it's crazy. Crazy. It is. It's crazy. Now, so Young Thug attorney, I heard a person called me and was like, "Oh, Young Thug was mad because they got out and they were free and everything. He was mad. He done posted on this thing that Yak was a snitch and he mad and he can't trust nobody." I said, "Hey, that's not Young Thug." They was like, "Yeah, it is." And I was like, "No, it's not. You can't even call me and tell me that." You know what I'm saying? It's like, "Hey, Tina Powers, how you doing? I see you in the live, baby." I said, see, sometimes you gotta know people. Like, if I know you, and most of you in here, I know you. I know you very well. I know what you will do and I know what you won't do. So if somebody called me, and it ain't that, I had to read it or I had to go look at it on the YouTube or whatever. But I mean, it's just the ideal of people's character and stuff. See, I'm not the one that you could tell me something about a person that I have been, rooting for, supporting, and I see that they have a good heart, a good spirit. You're going to turn around and tell me, "Oh, they write nasty things." Now, like my kid. You can't tell me something bad about my kid. Now, I know my kid ain't the best kid in the world. But unless you done something to my child, oh, yeah, he'll probably read you your rights. But for him to just come out and disrespect you, he's not going to do that. You can't get me to believe that. I just know. You know what I'm saying? So, and then they had misinformation. They wasn't doing it on purpose. They must have got misinformation from somebody or something, and then they were coming to tell me. And I was like, girl, nuh-uh. I said, "Did you see Young Thug say it himself?" And they was trying to, "Oh, well, you got to look for it. You got to see it yourself." And I was like, "I don't need to see it. I know good and well. You cannot bring me a video of you seeing Young Thug saying this about one of the YSL members. You're not going to get me to believe that. Show it to me." No, is he speaking or is there a picture and somebody else is speaking? It's him on the picture. See what I'm saying? Slow your roll and quit trying to make it fit, because you can't run circles around me. I just asked you a question. Did you see Young Thug himself speak on that? Then we can talk. Other than that, I don't want to hear. And then they had already sent me the video. So I did look, and I was like, I already knew. I knew this was some, that's what YouTube do. People want numbers, so they grab something, they grab somebody's picture, they take a snapshot of your YouTube channel, and then they throw it on top of a video and say, "This person said this this person was not too happy," and this. And then and I say we, really not me, I'm just being honest because I don't do it. I don't take it, unless that I see that person speaking it out of their mouth, and it better not be looking like they talking Chinese and trying to talk English at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It better be word for word coming out their mouth saying such. But, and so just the other day, Adams, which was Brian Steele's attorney, Brian Steele's co-partner, It was the African American attorney that was on Young Thug that sat right next to Young Thug to the right of him. That was a very nice gentleman, very good looking gentleman. Oh my goodness, he was good looking. He didn't even get mad. He just comes up there, smiles, and say, "Your Honor." And I be like, "Ooh, I know y'all lying. Y'all got some good looking chocolate candy up there in Atlanta. I don't need to go. I don't need to go. I probably wouldn't come back home. I don't need to go. But got some gangsters up there too. But I'm gonna tell you something. I just think I just think, like I just think our whole culture of people is good looking. No matter how ugly we are, we're good looking. It could be from our deep in our soul. You know what I'm saying? And people think it's a physical thing, and it's not. It's just like I just love to see our culture of people doing good things, because we was always made into like a clown or circus or spectator or dumb or stupid or not experienced, not intelligence, just ruthless and just thuggish and just gangster and just street and just nasty. They just make our culture just and you can't trust each other, and you lie and you steal and you kill and you corrupt and you just try to manipulate and all this. So when you see somebody being an attorney, you root for them, and you see somebody singing songs and rapping and doing drill, whatever, like Young Thug, I think they're beautiful. I think I'm always going to support. Just because. And every group does this. So some people get mad and be like, "Oh, you're racist." No, I'm not. Why would I not support something that looks like me? That looks like my son, look like my father, look like my mother, look like my brother, look like my sister, look just like me. Why would I not support it? Now, the only way I won't support it is if you doing some dumb stuff, you doing some stupid stuff. I'll be like, I know you lying. Matter of fact, I probably won't even speak on it and be like, we're not gonna talk about that. Y'all be like, come on, SB. I'll be like, no. Because they be on some dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? Hey, woke the God, how you doing? She said, if I miss anyone, you miss me. You didn't say hi to me. You didn't say hi to me. Let me look. Whoa. Oh, you did. There you is, 3:21. 5 minutes ago. How you doing, woke the God? All right. Yes, she said side eye. Yeah. But Young Thug, and I'm speaking on this because this is what Adam said, the attorney that sat right next to him, the African American attorney. Brian Steele, he could be my attorney any day. And it's sometimes some people think it's the culture is you're talking about black. No. The culture you're talking about men. Nope. The culture you're talking about is like people that can relate. That if you didn't have to live it, you can at least have compassion for it. I see you did. That's why I had to backtrack and say, "Oh, I'm sorry," because you did. As soon as you walked in the door, you was like, "Hey." I said, "What's up?" Because I didn't see you when you first walked in. And so, yeah, I knew when the judge gave Young Thug the sentence of he had to move out of the Atlanta area, and then he can't rap about gangsta and gang stuff and all this other stuff, which is crazy. And I'm thinking to myself, How is this man gonna make a living? Cause that's all he know is the street. I mean, he know more now. But what do the world? I've told y'all this a million times. This is what made him who he is. Like, he told his story in songs of, some things was true, some things had to rhyme with the true stuff. That's why they can't really use it as like, that's gotta be a fact. Oh, people sing about facts all the time. Yeah, but they gotta make things rhyme and fit. And things that fit and rhyme don't always be a fact. So how are you going to decipher what's real and what's not? You're going to take out what you want, but you're not going to take out the other? Because some people, like the one, I can't remember who sung the song, but they say, I shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot the deputy. That's a song. Did it really truly happen? No. That we know of. We know. I don't know nothing of it, but it's a song. It's art. It's like people. It is close to the truth. Some of it will be true, but not all of it's gonna be true. That's like, this is why I don't watch a lot of TV. I just don't. I have to say I watch maybe 1% of TV a year. 1% of TV a year. When I say 1%, you can put it all in one day. I probably don't watch maybe 8 hours in a year of TV. Now, I'll get on YouTube and I'll play on the internet or whatever. But TV, I don't, because, like the stories and stuff, they're so close to being the truth. I say, how can somebody get that close to things that we're not supposed to know about? And what I'm talking about, there's this show called it's Charms, and that's where three women, they're supposed to be witches. And then there's this one show where Ryan, I guess his name is Ryan, and these two brothers, they deal with spirits and all of this other stuff. Dean and Ryan or whatever. And I can't remember what that show is called. But I used to watch that show all the time. And Dean and I can't remember. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Put it in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. Ring a bell, ring a bell. And then so I would watch those shows, and I know, because you only know if you know. Now, I don't come and explain my life to everybody, but some people will know what I'm talking about. If you know, there you go, D Diva Supernatural. That's the name of the show. Girl, you're going to win a Grammy. You know what? You better play that lottery. $613 million for the Mega Million. Get you a ticket. Check this out. I watched that show for about maybe 3 years. And I would be so really just flabbergasted. I'd be like, man, how do they know the names? And Charms also. How do they know the names of these spirits, the demonic spirits, and how do they know that people can, there's different types of evil. Like, there might be an evil that can transform into animals, or transform into your body, or change their face appearance, or they can hear this, or they can be over here and then vanish. And I mean, the crazy things that they come up on these shows, and people be like, oh, it's just a show. Let me tell you something. This stuff don't happen every day to a average normal person. But how would they know? Tell me. How would they know that stuff actually happens the way that it happens? They couldn't unless they knew. Did you guys hear what I'm saying? I'm saying they couldn't know unless they knew. I gotta make a phone call before, Papa rush home and be like, I'm gonna tell y'all something in a minute. Just hold on.
Hello?
Hey, Papa.
What's up?
So Coco got the title and the insurance. They're gonna pick up that car. I don't know if you're gonna stay there or not. But before you leave, get it hold with Coco so they can pick up that car today.
Okay, so we got the battery?
I'm pretty sure he said he got the battery. I don't know what they're gonna do, but he got the insurance and the title tag for that car, and it's supposed to happen today. So don't leave and then be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Call him or move
Call him now.
or move that car out in the front so they can pick that car up.
Well, can't cause that battery ain't no good in it.
Well, I told him he needed battery in the tire. He already knows the assignment.
Okay.
All right, you gonna call him now?
Yeah.
All right, babe.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. So D says, I used to watch it too. They are rapping by telling stories where they came from, how they come from, what they came from. They just rap about it, right? Rap about this story, about the struggle. Yeah. And some of it, it's not good, but you can't tell people. See, and that's what the judge did. The judge was like, okay, we're going to give you 10, 20 years of, probation. You got to move out of the state. You got to move out of the Atlanta metro area. He got a house there. And you'll say yeah to anything. You be like, yeah. And you can't be rapping about guns, and you got to use it as positive. Ain't nobody going to buy any records from Young Thug talking about apples and oranges. Y'all already know that. Like, I got an apple, you got an orange. What you gonna do? Apple, orange juice, apple juice. I don't know. Early in the morning, late at night. Ain't nobody gonna buy that. So when she, and he knows that. He found his niche. And that was to tell his story in his music. And her trying to make him do something different is not him. Now, keep in mind, you guys, I've always said, if he was my child, I'm just happy he's home. And moved out of the state. Because I'm glad that you're alive more than anything else. And even though that you got kids in the state, they can come to you. You've got enough money where you can have your kids visit you every day. Go buy your plane and your kids can visit you every week or whatever for the next 10 years. Start doing deals with commercials and start doing little things like that. I'd rather have you alive. And rapping, sometimes it, like people be like, that's my life. Yeah. But if, you keep, maybe there's an end to everything. It's like maybe a job or something you have. Like you get tired of a job. It's like, just let it go. Don't wait to get fired. So sometimes I think that the judge is, gave him that sentence and gave him the things that he's supposed to do on his probation to help keep him alive, really. I don't think she did it to punish him. I really don't. But the funny thing about the whole situation, so Pee Wee went to court just last week And he was the one allegedly had everything to do with shooting up the Little Wayne bus, right? Well, he pleaded guilty on everything. He pleaded guilty on everything, right? They dropped a lot of charges, so he pleaded guilty on gun. He pleaded guilty on narcotics or whatever. He pleaded guilty on, everybody got this 10, 15-year probation thing. Time served, everybody get out, right? Young Thug, though, got the harshest sentence. He got the harshest sentence than everybody. He can't do his music. He can't talk to none of the people ever again, either on the defendant side or the prosecutor side. He can't talk to them no more. It's almost like you a man on your own island. Everything you know, you gotta just know. You gotta do something different. How hard is that? That's hard. That's hard because how you gonna get support? And some of the people, all the people supported you. And she don't know that. Now you got to build a whole life. Oh, she just thinking, oh, he got the money. He can build a whole new life and all new friends and ain't nobody no good and da-da-da-da-da. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And that's just not true. Evidently, it's not true because people around him, there must be some good people around him. He made it this far. You know what I'm saying? You can't have all bad people around you. She just don't know about the good people. You know? But I hear that Young Thug is really sad that he didn't stay in and fight it to the end. But I'm going to tell you something. People always, man, yeah, if I would have stayed in, we would have won. You don't know if you would have won or not. It only took one person that really just didn't care for you. You know, it's just like, you know, I used to work for this company, you know, named Boeing. Okay. And it's the biggest airplane company. It used to be the biggest airplane company. It's now number 2. But it used to be the number 1 airplane company in the world, right? It's now number 2. Airbus is number 1. Now, they used to brag about being number 1. They were number one. And I was loving it, too. I was like, I work for the best. I mean, the highest paid labor job you can ever have. Didn't have to go to school for. Landed that freaking job and got paid like I was like, you know. If people knew that you worked there, you can get houses, you can get cars. People cater to you. That's just a job. Could you just imagine how Young Thug coming up from living in the projects to now everybody catering to him? You know what I'm saying? It's probably got to be his best life that he can ever have. He says he done seen a lot of bad, more bad than good. So you know, you're not going to get there without some sweat and tears. But you know, everybody's trying to make you do something, you know, that you really just don't want to do. You know? So anyway, the first appeal that they have signed and they already filed it is for him to try to move back into the Atlanta area if he wants to. You know, if he wants to go and do a show there, he can do one. That's where all his support is from. She literally almost like decapitated him from his money, from his income, by saying, oh, you can't go back to Atlanta. Oh, no, you can't sing about gang stuff or street stuff or guns or crime because it does things to people. You know? And I'm not saying what she's saying isn't true. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying decapitated him. Yes, Lisa. Yes. You know what I was trying to say. I actually think I said it. I don't know. We got to go back and hear it, but I'm just talking to y'all. I'm just telling you guys. And that is going to be the hardest struggle for Young Thug, is how can he get his career back up and going. Go ahead, Lisa, with your bad self. And you can't sing about all you went through. And now some people be like, oh, there's victims. If he's not guilty of these victims, then of doing what you said that he allegedly was supposed to be a part of, which I never believed, because you just want to, just because a person is a part of a group, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't make them, I just didn't believe that of Young Thug. I never did. And here's the thing. I'm not a fan of his music because I'm an older woman. We used to listen to love more than anything, love music and energy music, like the double Dutch bus coming down the street. We didn't listen to all that. That's what got us up and moving our feet. Uptown, downtown. Well, you missed your bus. You're late. You gotta do something you're gonna hate. You gotta walk to work. 15 blocks already got a hole in your sock. Headed down. What you say? That's what we listen to. What I wanna say? Let me tell you what I do, my funky sidewalk. That's when you had to walk to work. Well, and stuff like that. I mean, that's what kind of music I grew up on that had me energetic. It wasn't pow pow, shoot 'em up, bang bang. What we gonna do? We gonna, and wrap the neck around. It didn't. But then there was other music too that we didn't know that was that type of music until we got older. Like, we would sing stuff like Mary Jane. I'm in love with Mary Jane. She's my main thing. And then she makes me feel alright. And no one's out of sight. And when I'm feeling low, Mary not the only one. She spread her love in air. Do you love me, Mary Jane? So we were singing about stuff like that. And it just creeped into our music. Like White Pony, that's another. You know what I'm saying? It didn't make me go, oh, I want to go get me some of this or some Mary Jane or some white powder or something. It didn't make me do that. Now, some people was like, yeah, that's what it was singing about. But, you got to know the difference from art. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I was saying, there was that one song where the woman was like, I know you're not going to sing that song tonight. And you're going to make me a woman. That's what's talking about losing her virginity. It didn't make me go lose my virginity. Now, some songs do, make you, it will hype you. But you got to realize something. It's a song. It's just a song. Okay? Don't think it's more than that. It's just a song, just like the shows and stuff. It's just a movie. Now, I'm not saying that people not feeling that way about, Mary Jane and White Pony and losing their virginity or something. But, they take a topic. They call them journers now. A journer. And they take the topic and then they write a song all about it. If they know something about it, they know something about it. It's either somebody told them or they somehow got some kind of intuitive about what they wanted to sing about. And it makes sense. And that's what's really was on trial was music. Had these boys been found guilty, and the most evidence was the music part and the lyrics, we all would have been in trouble. She said, riding that white horse, I love that song. Girl, you used to just skip. That's all that dance was, skip. But girl, you know, you come out the club, and whatever hairstyle you had, you done tied it up looking like you done ran a marathon. You sweating and everything. And you done probably lost 5 or 10 pounds dancing on that song 5 or 10 times. They put that song on going in the club and coming out. You know you finna get down. You want to get up? You want to get down. Get down on it. Get down on it. Da 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 da. What you gonna do? See, and I was telling you guys, Young Thug can't make music like that. That's not his genre right there. He can't make music like that. He wasn't raised in that era. Yeah, we was having fun. There was love in the air and people everywhere. Maybe tonight, baby, tonight. I'ma do you loving me loving you. Party here, everywhere. It's tonight. You got to beware. It's your night tonight. Everybody gonna be alright. It's just your night. Everybody gonna be alright. Dun, 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 dun. Man, I listened to this music today. I love it. You know, that's what's wrong with today's music. It's in and it's out. Our music, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s music, you cannot replicate that. You can't. Now, I'm going to tell you, we do got some, you know, the people that, this is what's happening. The people that's making music now, like, say, for instance, you'll love R. Kelly. Now, where's R. Kelly? In jail. You love P. Diddy music. Now, where P. Diddy? In jail. You love Jay-Z music. Where Jay-Z? Oh, he going to jail. Yeah. I mean, because there's allegations about a 13-year-old that him and P. Diddy must have AR'd. I don't know if it's true or not. But, yeah, you know, like stuff like that. Like, I have to go, like, there's got to be some truth to when you know, when, I mean, you know what I'm saying, like the music that they're putting out, it wasn't really about the music that they were putting out. It was really about their behavior. And see, you didn't see Young Thug in no bad behavior, you guys. I'm just telling you. He kept himself clean. He didn't even have a jaywalking ticket. Now, yes, he had marijuana at his house. Okay. Everywhere else is legal. I mean, you know, you can't have a certain amount. I mean, there's just, you know, if you have more over than that amount, then that's when it becomes illegal. I don't know what the rules and the laws is in Atlanta, but I'm pretty sure they probably, like I said, is under that same rule. You know, you can have it, but a certain amount, over that certain amount, is called where you probably trying to sell it. And I don't think he was probably trying to sell it. I just think he's the type of person that, you know, whenever he wanted to get high or something, his friends can get high and all that other stuff. Now, I'm not saying, you know, he didn't say one of his friends be like, man, I know you got some, give me some. And he's like, I ain't giving it to you, but, you know, you can buy it from me. I mean, that's just like a hot dog. You know, you come over to my house and you hungry, but you got money in your pocket. Well, shoot, I'm not just giving you my food, but, okay, you want to take that package of hot dogs in there, you're going to have to give me $1.25. You know what I'm saying? Because why just give it to you when you got money, you know, whatever. But, I mean, those are recreational drugs now that they're making it legal. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, but Jeffrey Williams is super, what? Versatile. I am super excited to see what he will come out with. Well, Versatile. Yeah. I don't think that if he can his rapping is more like he'll lose a lot of his fans. He will. It's hard to switch. I'm gonna tell you guys something. It's easy to speak on, and it's so hard to do. And I'm gonna tell you this from experience. My experience is totally gonna be different from his. He's on this other higher level. That's my boy there. I think I'm his mama from another father or something, another mother and a father or something. But, because he looked like he could be my kid. He really do. But anyway, nevertheless, because I love him like he's my kid. And, I like his whole personality. I don't look on the outside because on the outside, yeah, I don't look on the outside. But Jeffrey Williams' inside is very pure. And I don't know if you guys seen that or not. But it actually is very, very beautiful. He's a very beautiful person. And I don't think that he can make music the way that they're putting these stipulations on him. I don't think he can. That's like telling, okay, so here's the thing. So check this out. And I'll give you an example. Just like LTO came in here and she was like, oh yeah, he's very versatile. I'm super excited to see what he'll come out with. Now, let's just say, for instance, a victim, our victim, and you had wrote a series of book about your situation, because you probably been R'd more than one time, maybe 4 or 5 times. So you got a series of books, and it offended somebody one day, and you became this famous writer or whatever, just like the Harry Potter book, okay? But it's gonna be more gothic. It's gonna be more about essay and all this other stuff. People that really go through some stuff like that, being a victim. And then you get somebody, you get in trouble, or somebody say, oh, you mentioned my name and now you got to pay money. And so then the judge awarded them this, and then they say, you can never write a book again about, victimizing this or that or whatever, or, stuff like that. And then you can't never talk to people of that nature, color. I mean, like where they, something like that, because you're body shaming them, or you shaming them, victim shaming or whatever. And so you're like, well, dang, I was telling my story. I was doing my art, and now you're saying I can't write about something I know. I can't make art the way I know it. It's like you taking my brush from me and saying only you can't use this color, and that color. You can only use pink, yellow, and green. You can't use brown and black and purple. That's hard to do, especially when all your art has got brown, black, and purple in it. It's got all the colors. You know what I'm saying? It's got some good. It's got some bad. It got some hype. It got some really gangster stuff in it. It got some things that'll make you just, hey, it is what it is, but I don't think his music will sell if it was about pink, yellow, and orange all day long. It's gonna have to have all the colors. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest with you. That's what made him him. You know? So that's just life. I'm just being honest with you. And I'm gonna tell you something. When you change your life from being out there in the streets or being around certain friends, she said, "Oh girl, I feel you. No doubt it would be different. I just love Thugger. I have watched all his interviews, so I just will always support his stuff. But do you think he can just switch up some words?" You know, it's like, here's the thing, and get away with it. I wonder how hard they will come down. Here's the thing. When you used to driving a Bentley, even though it's a car, it's a Bentley. Art is art. You take a person's perspective and tell them to switch it up. Take the Bentley off a Bentley and put it on a Ford, or put it on a station wagon, or put it on a Honda. It's not a Bentley anymore. You see what I'm saying? And yeah, it's a car. It'll still start up. It'll still go down the street. But it's not a Bentley. If you take his paints away, his colors of paint away, and say, you can paint, but you can't paint with black, blue, and purple. Because those colors mean something. It's easy for a judge to sit there and say, yeah, do some positive stuff. He can do some positive, but it won't be the same. It will not be the same. So I hope that he gets off into just probably starting him up. Not he got a record label, so start building other people up, because he will not be able. Okay. So check this out. Like, say for instance, there's a certain type of makeup you like, and you only buy this certain type of makeup. Oh, the foundation's got to be liquid, or it's got to be powder. It's got to be, this company. It's got to be Fendi, or it's got to be Maybelline, or whatever. What you like, and somebody tells you, you cannot use that no more. Sometimes like I got this one cream that I put on my face for years and years and years and years. And I would go to the end of earth looking for this cream. If they out of it, I just lose my mind, because I know it don't break me out and all of that. But if someone told me, now you can't use that no more, you got to use something else, oh my God. And it's just never going to be the same. There's all kind of creams now. There's thousands and thousands of cream. They're like, can you try this? Can you try that? It's greasy. That's not too greasy. My makeup don't look right. And that's pretty much why you don't see me right now, because, well, I got it now, but it took me, I had to write the company. You guys, I don't know where you guys are not selling this no more, but, and then now when I find it, I try to buy all of it that I can. But now I'm so out of not wearing my makeup now. It just never turns out good. I'm just being honest about the whole situation. Yeah, you can wear something else. Some people they can be they're just not really. I'm gonna be honest with you. When they can snap back like that and go and do something else and be like, oh yeah, Yeah, it was easy. Now I'm writing about the birds and the bees. No, that's not his journey, right? His journey is his journey of what he know about, what he see in the streets, what people talk about, how he feels about things. And when you're telling somebody you can't write about what you feel about it, it's not gonna be the same. That's taking Kendrick music and trying to make him like sing like Smokey Robertson. Everybody got a style, you know. You take his style. I mean, if he wasn't forced to do it, maybe he could start doing interviews, trying to make commercials, get into movies. Like he was going that way. He wasn't going that way. He was all music, 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 music. But now he can't use the colors black, purple, and brown, you know. So his music is not. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. His music is not. If he put out some music, it is not gonna be all that. You know, it's just not. I hate to say it. I'm just, you know, I'm not trying to put pressure on nobody to like it or dislike it. It's just not. If you use of your spaghetti being made this way with ragu, and now somebody just want to put some tomato paste in there, it is. I don't care what you put in there. If you didn't put the same thing that you were putting in it, and you got fans know the difference. That's just like Tide or whatever. I go to the store and I buy Tide. Now you tell me to go to Dollar Tree, and then there's something that's called Slide, and it looks like Tide. It's got the orange and the yellow little circle around, and then it kind of looks like a T or an I, or we're gonna call it I'd instead of Tide. And I take it home and I try to wash my clothes. My clothes don't smell the same. They don't feel the same, you know. And I like Tide. You know what I'm saying? If you take the main ingredients out of something, there's no way in the world that you're going to get the better results. Because those ingredients that you took out is what made it what it was. Just like a cake. You take the eggs out of the cake. If you take eggs out of any cake, the flour out of any cake, and baking powder out of any cake, is it a cake? Now, it may look like a cake or what. I don't know what you put in it, and you done substituted all of these things. But an egg is what holds the cake together. The ingredient that she took out as being a probation violation is you can't rap about the things you know anymore. I'm just being honest with you. So what are you going to rap about? What are you going to rap about? That's your whole life. So you done took out everything that I know, and I'm scared. It's just not going to be the same, you guys. I'm just telling you like a TI is. It may not be what you want to hear, but it is the truth. And I back Young Thug up 100%. And even though that I normally don't buy his music, I will probably support him just because if he do put something out. But I don't think he's going to put anything out real soon. I think he's making music, but he's going to have to make it and let somebody else sing his songs. Because until he gets an appeal, or 10 years, which that'll be a long time in 10 years, ain't nobody going to be listening to him in 10 years. You only got like 5 years of rapping going on. I mean, he been rapping since he was a kid. He's just now in his, this is his prime time right now. He's 33, 34 years old. He's now a young man. An older young man. Because when you hit your 30s, you're pretty much trying to fit into your adult decisions and stuff. But I'm going to say this, you guys, and I'm going to get off of here. I'm just happy that he's alive and he's around his kids. But it is very hard to make a life out of a world you don't know nothing about. Even though you got money, you don't know about that life yet. You know what I'm saying? All right, hold on, you guys. This is my job calling. Hold on. All right, you guys. Um, I'm sorry. Yeah, I always got to answer that phone call, but I'm finna get off here. I will see you guys Wednesday at 3 p.m. Central Time. I'm sorry that I held you up, but I got to answer the call, and sometimes when they call, they just start talking. So, I what's up? All right, guys, be good.